What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Box Office Banter, number 70 to be exact. We made it to 70, boys. Where the hell is Josh? We don't know. He's absent. He is tardy. Oh my God, you're exactly right. Shit. Anyways, so we kind of had a problem this week. We were all supposed to watch New Mutants, and one of us really fucked up.
No, me and Tyler watched New Mutants.
Okay, so it was me. Yes, I really fucked up. But the explanation for that would be that I don't have New Mutants, and every other time I had, visualized. You got to see it to believe it. It was not in front of me, and then on top of that, I forgot.
Why'd we even pick it then? If no one has it, why'd we pick it?
No, well, because it's on my Voodoo, and he has my Voodoo.
Oh, yeah, it is on your Voodoo.
Yeah,
okay.
dude.
I was talking about the movie. Okay.
So, anyways, you don't get that shitty movie. You get this shitty movie instead. We're gonna talk about.
I didn't find out till today.
Yeah, and I haven't watched this. It was just like, yeah, let's fucking do like a in defense of type of thing. And I feel like I remember this good enough because you know me, I'm Mr. Notes, man. I like to be prepared. I am the unprepared fuck for a change here. Strange Wilderness. Okay, man. Kicks off. Great fucking cast. The cast is the ensemble is amazing here, is it not? Little fun fact, of course, how in the beginning when Justin Long's character is like, we got fog rolling in, he's blowing on that bong and shit.
The Alan Covert, Fred, the sound guy.
Yeah, that's great shit. He's like, if I could just have 1 second. That whole thing. And then you have the guy in the helicopter. It's like, Smokey the Bear says, stop getting high in my woods, something along the lines of that. I don't remember the exact line. Do you know who that voice was in the helicopter, though?
I did. I said it out. Yeah, I said it out loud whenever
is it?
It happened.
I've never looked it up, but it's very clearly Seth Rogen. It's not even close. He's just going to, I don't know how to do his laugh. But his voice is so distinct. Like when this first came out, Seth Rogen was just now really getting into the swing of things in terms of popularity.
Came out in 2008.
I think. Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, 2008.
Superbad hit 2007 or 8.
2007.
Yeah. So we were fans of him by then, but he wasn't like we know him. Now when you watch it later on, it's so fucking obvious it's Seth Rogen. Almost makes you wish he would have had a role, but then again, it's also cool how he kind of, oh shit, that's Seth Rogen's voice, kind of like that. Just another great name for the cast.
The basic plot of this movie is this guy wants to continue making a TV show about, like animals, like his dad did. And they're about to be taken off the air by this way better animal show. So they need to come up with a huge idea and something to save it. And the idea is that they're going to go find Bigfoot. Now it's just the whole cast is hilarious. And it's just a movie about them trying to find Bigfoot, and we'll get to that. But the cast is amazing in this, and like we were talking about earlier, Justin Long, he's an underrated comedic actor. I feel like everything that he's in just takes it to the next level. Yeah. And this is definitely one of the funniest movies he's been in.
Creepers.
Yeah.
Good God.
He's great.
Rats! And he falls in the hole and dies. Oh, damn, dude. That was great.
Love Justin Long.
Yeah. But, I think I've heard you talk about it before because that's a little gem from, like, back in not my childhood, more like high school, Sasquatch Gang or whatever it is, that movie. He's
he's funny in that too.
He makes that movie.
Just if you're making a movie about Bigfoot, put Justin Long in it.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck, right? That's probably they were like, they saw his credentials. We're like, we got to get him in here. Yeah, dude. And I got to tell you, that's what lured me and my buddy Remy in. We were like, oh, dude, this looks great. Look at the cast. A movie about Bigfoot. We went I think later the week of that it came out.
Oh, you saw it in theaters?
Yeah, no. I'm getting to that. I did not see it in theaters. Maybe it was the second week it came out. And it's like, okay, we missed it the first Friday, but now we're going back. So we went the week after it came out, and we asked the guys, and I think I told the story on Monday Mayhem or something, but it's relevant here. And we were like, hey, man, can we see Strange Wilderness? And everybody that was up there was like, Strange Wilderness? What are you talking about? And I'm like, damn, dude, now you say something. There ain't a fucking, is there a showtime? And he's like, he's like, do we have a Strange Wilderness? And it's like, oh, yeah, outside. I remember he made a stupid joke. There's Strange Wilderness was everywhere. And then like another manager came over and was like, oh, no, that's that one movie that sucked. And I was like, what? And he just straight up said, it's like, yeah, dude, that movie bombed so hard. it was out of the theaters within a week. We had to pull it because nobody was going to see it, and the few people that did would walk out of the theater like, oh my God, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. And I was just in awe of it. I was like, almost made me want to see it more, but I was also like devastated. I was like, dude, this was going to be a perfect stupid comedy. And then I finally, got to rent it, which was rather quickly after that. They just were like, yeah, I guess just drop it on fucking DVD. And how did I feel about it? We'll get to that. But just funny how that happened. I've never seen a movie get that treatment.
Yeah, that
I can
fast.
think of. Yeah, I was like,
the
fuck out of here.
It's got a 2% critic rating on the tomato, and then even the audience at over 100,000 reviews is at 35%. Like, I don't understand.
I don't either. And what I know is funny is if I look online, anytime I bring it up like online, like maybe I'm in a best comedy conversation, some stupid Facebook group, or I'm looking on IMDb, people just fucking trash the shit out of this movie. But every person I've met in real life, maybe it's a Kentucky thing, we like this movie, like always is like, yeah, dude, Strange Wilderness. Or they're like, oh, yeah, that one stupid movie, that was funny. So it's kind of hard to understand, like, how? Because I'm not seeing I'm seeing it online, but I'm not seeing the proof in person. But yeah, man, it's definitely, we'll at least say that much. I think it's, at least for me, it's a pretty underrated flick. I'm actually really curious to see what you think about it by the end of this. I know you're going to say it's stupid, but I mean, that much was obvious. You have basically the same, stupid Happy Madison type cast and a few, more new people. Steve Zahn, again, like you were saying, back on his like animal shit. I mean, I always think of Saving Silverman. He's just got a knack for animals, I guess. And then they got to go to, what's his name? Who's the tall, bald guy that got his wife plowed? And he has to, because he's going to sell the map to McPherson, I think's his name, or something like that. Or Pearson.
Yeah.
Joe Don Baker, Bill Calhoun.
You always see him like
Bill.
Yeah, he was in Joe Dirt, another Happy Master.
Yeah.
He lost his leg. Like, that damn dog needs to be put down. But he's going to sell the map to Pearson until he sees what's happening. Then you got fucking Steve Zahn. He's like, hang on, let me do the math. And he's over there like changing. He's like, hey, that the TV remote? And he's just fucking like,
he's so
just down.
stupid.
He's like, a fortune. Look at all these numbers, dude. So, I mean, they were pressed for time, dude. They were pressed to like make anything happen from this. And that was like their last hope. And it looked like they were screwed until, of course, old Donahue, whatever the fuck you said his name was, Bill Calhoun.
Bill Calhoun.
He saw the tape, dude, and let the tape show. Yeah, his wife got it, man. I mean, are you kidding me? And, of course, they got the map in turn. And that's basically how this story starts off. And it just gets more and more ridiculous. Of course, they bring, what's her name in here? Cheryl.
Ashley Scott.
Yeah, she comes into the mix. The Debbie! That shit.
The interview process was amazing.
Yeah, and that's how they got old dude from Super Troopers.
Kevin Heffernan.
He was just, they were like, you fucking sack of shit. They're just making fun of him. And at the end, like, you got the job, bud. That was fucking great.
I have to say, though, we were talking about it before the show a little bit, how I was saying that between Justin Long and Jonah Hill, I think I have to disagree with myself, and I'm going to say Dante is my favorite character.
Really?
Every movie he's in, like Grandma's Boy or anything like that, Dante is my favorite character in all those movies.
Fucking Happy Gilmore, dude.
That's what I know, and he kills it though.
Dude, he was like one of the drivers of the RV, and he comes and he's like holds up the oil stick. He's like,
he bites into it.
He's like, you think I need to put some water in this? It's pretty thick.
I thought you were talking about the other guy. Yeah, he's. See, for me, I think he's funny.
Even his picture on it.
But Grandma's Boy, especially.
What's his name? Dante what?
Peter Dante.
Oh, Peter Dante.
As Danny Gutierrez.
Yeah, dude. Something about him, dude. Just he cracks me up, dude. Even in
got ate by them fucking sharks.
Was it Daddy, Big Daddy, where he plays the gay couple with him and Alan Covert? Dude, hilarious.
Oh yeah, and He got ate up by some sharks, dude. They basically sacrificed him for camera, and they put that out there like it was going to be legit. Like, they actually had, like, full faith in themselves. Like, huh?
They said, put the SEAL outfit on. He's like, I'm already 2 fucking steps ahead of y'all.
It's funny. It's funny because every time they get, like, a good video, they think they're, like, they go see the CEO guy, the, like, network, and they play it for him. They're like, this is what you're talking about, right? And he's like, you guys are idiots. Like, no, we don't. This video.
And then his assistant too, dude. She's awesome.
They hop out of the fucking car and they like dump trash, and then he like dumps a little more trash before he gets back in.
He's like, all the littering aside, he's like, you can't refer to the indigenous people as pygmies. And he's like, why?
And then you got the dude that gets caught on fire.
Oh, the rally at the rally, yes.
And it's like, you didn't think to stop rolling and put him out? It's like, no.
Did he say something like it would affect the footage or whatever if he did? He'd have to stop filming it.
I know. Like,
he's like, and what was that music in the background? Some type of gospel shit.
And every time there's like a Mexican couple or a person in it, Steve Zahn's like, I got this. I'll talk their language. And then he just goes up and he does like the most racist like impression of a Mexican every time. I was just like,
oh my God. So it's like, no tac,
excuse me.
Horn conning.
It's time.
I forgot to say the Jonah Hill scene where he's like, I told you to put the luggage in the RV. And he's like, yeah, I did. And he's like, well, what is this? And he's like, oh, that's luggage. He's like, did you want that on there? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, you mean this luggage? All right. Yeah, and then know what he does? He goes right back to standing against
it's so weird.
The fucking RV like he's in timeout. Because he's talking to Cheryl, the new girl, and they're just infatuated with her.
Yeah.
And you can see, like, while he's talking to her, Jonah Hill's in the background. Then he goes over and talks to him. He's like, what is going on here? And that's when the luggage thing happened. And then he goes right back to looking at like little tidbits like that you might not notice the first time you watch it. I don't know how you would.
There's a few of them in this movie,
and then you're like, oh my God, dude. I mean, come on. And another part of that scene where he does it like 2 or 3 times where he talks to like Mexican people like that. But the scene in particular where he's like, oh, you scratched my hood, Holmes. And he's just like, you got knocked the fuck out, Vato, or whatever the hell he says. Before that, I'm trying to remember exactly what happens. Somebody gets hurt. And then when they get hurt, they respond by hitting the other person. And Justin Long's like, oh, shit, 2 funny things at once. That's like the funniest shit to me. Dude, has me rolling every time. Couldn't agree more, Aria. Yeah, that shit kills me out every time.
But the dentist scene after that, where they're sitting there and there's like, she's like, you can get a magazine. And he's like, okay, I'll take a Batman. He's like, Batman's a comic book. He's like, they don't have comic books here. Yeah. He's like, I'll take a Penthouse, please. Yeah. She
like,
gets all upset.
A magazine.
Oh, look at an old girl. He's like, an hour to kill. He's like, hello.
Yeah. It's just, like he's gonna get somewhere with that.
Looking awful.
And we want to talk about some of their breakdowns on the shit. God, I mean, it's so dumb.
That's some of the best parts of the movie. Are the interesting facts.
Talk about the Bears derive the Bears derive their name from a football team in Chicago. All that stupid shit. I was mixing up one of their quotes earlier. We were talking about the ants and the monkeys and all that shit. How ants, if that studies show, if ants were as large as monkeys, not nearly as many of them would get eaten. I mean, dude, all those stupid facts just perfectly fucking done. Another thing, right before they're about to go on the journey, the whole Justin Long thing, like you were talking about getting tattoos on his eyes.
Oh my God, dude! Yes,
that's like one of the funniest
still
scenes
kills me
in the movie.
Still, like I can watch it and still laugh my ass off every single time. But it looks real.
Yeah,
it looks like his eyes are for real open.
You mean my eyes? Oh yeah, man. He's like, totally. I was real high last night. I'm sorry. I was real high last night. He's just like, and I got these tattoos on my eyes, and it's like, it looks like I'm awake when I'm sleeping. And just like they're looking at him like that is haunting.
But genius. I think it's genius
Yeah,
because
You
I thought
would
he was
think-
awake.
You would think it's genius.
They obviously
And is
thought
that-
he was awake.
Is that where they say Jack Nicholson and dude's just like
He
who
says
the
Jack
fuck-
Nicholson.
Yeah, he's like, who the fuck is Jack Nicholson?
Yeah.
That's stupid shit, dude. Then of course when they do get on the journey, oh my god, you got Jonah Hill, revving up that guitar like that RV and just damn, dude, dropping a banger. Justin Long's over there crying. That's how you know
Yeah,
it's
that's
so
how
beautiful.
good it is.
Like, hey dad, why'd you marry that whore?
What was it, stepmom Phyllis?
Yeah. Like, first we all know Phyllis has super sensitive fucking hearing.
So I'm not gonna turn my fucking music down.
The thing is, they're broke and
Yeah.
and they need money, obviously. And whenever we talked about they had to go to the dentist, Justin Long steals the tank of nitrous.
Yes.
It's like, dude, we could sell this for like $1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah.
And they get on the RV and it accidentally like turns on and it just turns into a rave. And
A
they just
huge rave.
yeah, they just like it's a crazy party.
Yeah.
He drew the
In
dick
the
on the
army.
wall and he's like,
It started-
and of course he was really slick with how he got it. And he's just like, how'd you get that? He's like, oh, I was just like, I'm a dentist. I need to use this shit.
Yeah.
And he's like, wow. That's
This
so-
makes me want to
So they
watch it
just
again.
immediately were like, all right, problem solved. To immediately, boom, we're broke again, and we're all.
just like
Which
that.
happens
over.
like a million times to
Yeah,
them in
oh
this
my
movie.
Lord.
Those poor
Over
guys.
and over
Oh, and
again.
then whenever they go into Mexico, and they like take their RV and they like search Steve Zahn, he comes back out and the RV's just destroyed.
Destroyed, yeah.
Completely.
He gets
Like, I
a
guess
rectal exam.
We're flying now.
Oh yeah, dude. What about the fucking turkey?
Oh,
That gets a
God.
hold of his dick.
The fuck?
He comes running out, dude. The wings flopping up and down, dude. That is fucking.
It's like, that's our prize turkey. He's like, there's a $5,000 reward for
Oh
dead
my
or alive.
God.
Or alive.
Yeah, alive.
Because they needed it alive.
Yeah,
and
and
they
they're all
pull it.
commentating on it.
Dude
So-
comes in with the snippers
Like,
like they were
whoa.
going to cut that thing's head off.
Yeah, that shit was great. He's
Shoots
like,
him
I'll hit
with
it with
the
a I was like, I'll hit it with a
Demerol.
quarter of Demerol. He's like, I went right into my dick. He's like,
Well,
"What?"
that's not good.
Yeah, he's like, well, that really shouldn't have happened. He's just like, that shit is. So, he's like, I can't help it. The nurse is fucking hot.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh my god. He's like, wow, oh sir, he's getting aroused.
So they get that $5,000, which is what they needed for the map, or was that for the guide, the tracker?
Who dick?
They, we're
About 3
getting the
clicks,
dick.
right. You say,
say
I can't not say that. Oh man.
So they
I'm trying to
meet
make sure we
Dick.
don't
We-
lose anything in the middle. I
don't
we
think
pretty
there's-
much covered it.
I don't know.
there's probably
You
gonna be a
covered
couple
it. They
things.
went to the Bill Calhoun guy.
Mhm.
They watched the videotape,
Oh yeah.
and he was.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then that's when he saw
Pearson,
that
yeah.
Pearson, was that his name
I
Pearson?
think it's Pearson if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Sky Pearson
Yeah.
was screwing his
Neil
wife,
and
so he
Bob.
was like,
That's
"Oh,
what
I'll
they
just zoom in and like take a."
Yeah.
I was like, "Why didn't he make copies of the map in the first place?" You know what I mean? Like, problem solved. He could have. But anyways, he like zooms in and takes a picture of the map, gives it to him. He's like, "Go!" I mean, he's got 3 days head start on you, but
Yeah.
then
I got the
and then
best
that's
tracker.
yeah, and then they go get Dick. Who
Oh, yeah.
leads them to Dick leads them to who's that one guy who
Oh,
Robert
the tracker.
Patrick.
The actual tracker.
Terminator
Yeah.
2.
yeah
dude.
yeah that
Robert
guy.
Patrick, dude. He's great actor.
Yeah, but when they're talking to Dick, they're making corny ass Dick
Oh, yeah.
jokes.
But the
left
thing
and
is, like
right.
with
3
him,
clicks left.
everything was like cool and collective at first until he said his name, and then it went complete childish. And dude, it's so funny though. It is because like it's one of those prolonged scenes, like the shark scene we'll get to.
Yeah.
It's a prolonged scene. It's like, okay, guys, we're just gonna keep on rolling this shit and see where it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, just
Dude, it's so funny to me. I think it's
Yeah.
it's
hilarious.
basically
So
just
stupid.
improv.
He's
Just
like,
improv.
Like,
It's
say
like,
Dick again,
dude,
my name again, I kick your fucking teeth in.
Does her name get hard in the mornings? It's like-
It's stupid.
So
They all
stupid
have
shit.
their own little stupid things that contribute to 3 clicks West Dick over there. Whatever
So what
they say.
he says, chuckle one more time. He's like, and I'll
Exactly.
shove my fist up your ass to your throat or something like that, or I'll
Yeah,
kick your balls to your
kick
throat.
I'll
Kick
kick
your
your balls
fucking-
through your throat.
Yeah.
or something
And
like
then
that.
they just
Kicking
shut up.
something.
They're like, okay, okay.
Yeah, all right, gotcha. And then I guess after that is when they meet Robert Patrick. Unless you can stop me there, I think that's
I
what
think
happened.
so.
Yeah, well,
And then I think is that before they
well,
see
no, because
Pearson?
No, okay, no, it is. They do meet Robert Patrick, and
Yeah.
then the campfire happens.
Yeah,
and they
they're
start telling their
story.
scar
Yeah.
story.
Yes,
that's
oh,
funny
God.
shit.
Yeah, I
dude.
fell off a bike when I was 8 right here.
Yeah, and he's like showing it. Then at the end, you got Robert Patrick. He's like, check this out. Pulls his pants down, and Justin Long's like, it's like a quilt, a ball quilt. That's the funny shit. I think another thing Justin Long says that used to have me rolling, especially back by Soder days, when he's like looking up and he's like, "Oh shit, a porcupine."
To the snake.
Yeah, it's a snake. It's like what? I don't
Didn't
even
he
know
just
why
tell
it's
them
funny.
there's not many snakes in there too? Like he
Yeah,
was
there's
just
a
saying
huge-
like there's
a
no
huge
snakes.
Snake, like,
Oh, yeah.
right as they're walking, and Jonah Hill like gives it the fingers, like "fuck you, snake."
Yeah,
But
dude.
their camp, I think it. Well, isn't it that
No,
their
he
camp?
leaves.
Yeah, he
and
leaves
takes old
with,
girl with him.
Cheryl, and then they stumble upon Pearson's camp,
Yes.
and he's missing like half. He's like, I'm holding up.
His
And it's
bottom
like,
half.
Oh, like Steve Zahn even looks like he's about to puke, and he's like, oh, you're doing good. And then you got old dudes like, hey, Pearson, can you feel this? And he's like poking his leg. He's just like, hey, stop. I'm just saying, like, we fucking hate this guy. And he's like, yeah, but, you know, like, he's kind of bad off right now.
He's like, didn't he ask you to punch him in the face?
He's
He's
like,
like,
He's like, I don't know.
he's like, I'm so torn right now.
He's like, well, I don't think he'll hit you back. And he's like, I'm not scared if he'll hit me back. It's just like, it's a moral decision. Like, do I?
Oh, my
Oh
God.
shit! So yeah, then they leave the campsite, and then
They
what's
reunite
his
with
name?
Cheryl,
Well, not
too.
yet,
Okay,
because
what
he
you got
dies
now?
before they reunite. The
Mm.
piranhas get a hold of
Dick.
Dick.
Yeah, he's like, he's crossing the lake.
Yeah, but then stops to just start talking, which everybody knew he was
Yeah.
something bad was about to happen to him. He just stops and just starts talking in the middle of the lake, telling them where they're gonna go. And it's like, just keep moving, dude. And then you see this like, you don't know if it's like a snake, a gator, or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's just he just starts. He's just lowering into the water, dude. The piranhas chewing him down.
And then they fucking go to eat the piranhas.
Oh.
Like, yeah, like, you stupid motherfucker. Hey, these piranhas ate dick. And then the one dude, like Super Troopers guy, the fatter guy, is just like, hang on, hear me out for a second. He's like, these piranhas ate dick. And we're eating the piranhas. Doesn't that mean we're eating dick too? They're like, oh, what the fuck? And of course, Super Mario looking motherfucker. That's what he called him.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he fucking, dude, he's over there like,
Alan
nothing
Covert.
is gone right.
Yeah.
Now, see, this is where I'm getting confused because that had to have happened in between because I think they found Cheryl at this point because I think she was eating dick with him. All right.
Oh, she
Yeah.
was. She was. She was. Yeah.
Well, Cheryl pops up again. They think she's like a fucking monster in the jungle, and she's like, "It's okay, guys. Didn't do anything. I just got the map." And they're like, "Really? How'd you get it?"
yeah.
And then I know where they're just talking like, "Yeah, dude, I have a map." And then he's like,
She's like, I took one for the team,
I
guys.
have a map store.
Yeah, I love how one dude's like, I own an atlas. That's one of my favorite lines of the movie. He's like, I own an atlas. Like, that shit is fucking.
What about the take a
Great.
bows that Jonah Hill?
Oh, yeah,
Hill
that's
keeps
one
doing?
I was trying to bring up,
Dude,
and then I kept forgetting.
Take a bow. That shit's so
And he's
great.
like,
He's like, I'm an
"Ask me,
alcoholic, which is
sentimental."
funny because at the airport, he's like, I'm Bill W. and I'm an alcoholic. And if you don't know, Bill W. is an actual person who started Alcoholics Anonymous. And he's just this whole spiel of like sobriety and like so serious.
guys
And he's
make me
like,
feel
yeah,
good.
it makes me feel like I want to change. Yeah, take a fucking bow. And
He's like zaps his
every
balls.
time, dude.
Yeah,
and
then
then
he leans
everybody
over.
laughs about it too.
Yeah,
like
and then
the
he
whole
leans
crowd.
over on that wood. He's like, are you wearing a thong? He's like, what you say? No, I'm not wearing a thong.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah, I'm wearing a thong.
yeah, just fucking stupidity personified in that. I mean, yeah, he's like, ain't that like your third beer before lunch? He's like, it's just a cordial. So,
Yeah,
he's,
like it's nothing.
he's going hard. Yeah,
But then Cheryl's the one that like sees the map and sees that like they're going the opposite way because the
No.
map is printed off backwards.
Wouldn't they have been like way further off track though if the whole
Probably.
thing
Oh,
was
yeah,
back?
But
But what, I don't know if you're about to say this, but like when that happens with like Steve Zahn right there, dude, that's one of my favorite scenes in the movie.
I don't
Steve
know.
Zahn has an outburst. He's just like, shit.
Oh
Shit.
yeah.
Shit. He's like, but and then like he takes like a log and he throws it against a tree. He's like, shit.
The heaviest
He's like,
log.
Then he's like falling back. He's like, I'm such a fuck up. like I'm just like I've been there before, dude.
Oscar worthy
Yeah,
right
those are
there.
the best. Like shit, shit. He's like tripping over sand and throwing it, dude. I'm such a fuck That's one of my favorite fucking scenes, dude.
And then they get going in the right direction, and they find a cave, and they're like, Steve Zahn's like, this is it. Everybody get in position. This is it. This is what, this is the big thing that we came for. This is to save their show and everything. So he starts giving his, they're recording and he's giving a speech like, here behind us is Bigfoot. Like, we never thought we'd ever see this. And like, and then like Bigfoot like walks out and they just unload on him with guns immediately.
Like, they don't stop.
No, they just.
At all, dude. They blow him to shit. And then he slowly falls back on the rocks.
Yeah, so they immediately killed Bigfoot on camera, and then like they're having the campfire, and they're like, he was coming after us, right?
Second guessing this.
Yeah, like I heard him like growl, like and then he started to make it move, so we shot him. They're like, but was he though? Didn't he say something like home?
Yeah, well, he said, they were like, didn't he growl? And he was like, yeah, I heard him say, huh?
Well, the fat guy from Super Troopers, he's like, he just like, I mean, it kind of just sounded like he was like, huh?
Yeah.
Like he was confused or something. Like kind of like a concerned moan. He's just like.
And then everybody got upset with him for thinking that. He's like, but fuck that guy.
Fuck yeah.
He deserved to die.
And then, of course, after that hilarious scene, you get them bringing it back to, the guy that runs the network to approve it. And they had to, and it wouldn't work.
Yeah, they said out there, though, before we get to that they had an idea. Who was Jonah Hill's character had an idea.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
which
say.
never, ever.
They had to think on the fly.
I would never trust any of his ideas. But anyway,
like
you were saying.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's stupid shit, dude. It is, but it's so funny. But the fact that they fucking hung him.
Yeah.
And he's
with
just,
the bullet holes,
he's got bullet holes, and they're all just like, no. And it's like he turns out Bigfoot had died from his depression. It made us feel so crappy.
Like it shows him like doing CPR and everything on Bigfoot.
The worst. He's like standing there like crying, like the worst acting.
Like, what the hell was that? Just fucking. I mean, what? You couldn't have put this dumb of a movie with like a better fucking ending. And then of course, they get out all that. They have a big fucking meltdown, dude, where they're all about to like fight. And that's one of my funniest scenes too, dude, because they're all talking shit to each other. And when Justin Long's just like, you want to fight?
Oh my God.
He's like, the fight fucking continues. MC Throwdown, bitch. I think that's what he says. That is the funniest shit. I wouldn't even know if somebody came up to me and did that. I wouldn't even know. Like, are we even fighting still? Like, what do I even do here? But they all did. I mean, it's a pretty good scrap. I thought that definitely added something to the movie. And then of course the gang is split and all.
Yeah, they're split up for like a year, is what he says, and then they end up. The head of the network, his name is Ed Lawson. He's like, yeah, you can have your show back. Pearson's dead.
Yeah.
It worked out for everybody.
Yeah, you get your show back. Pearson's dead. So he goes, Steve Zahn, a Kentucky native, thank you.
Yeah.
Goes and gets
living in Kentucky.
The gang back together, and they start making the show again.
Dude, picking him up at the restaurant, though. He's just having a full-blown inappropriate conversation in the microphone, and then whenever they pull up, he's like, I fucking miss you guys. I never should have, yada, yada. This, and the family, like, covering kids' ears and shit.
Ears.
Yeah, covering the hair and ears. But, yeah, dude, I fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
Okay.
So is this movie... I mean, something we didn't talk about. We didn't talk about the shark. We were about to.
Oh my God! Yeah,
over that. They threw that together, and my God, that is maybe the most infamous thing. I remember my dad in particular would always just like he'd bring it up around like, remember in Strange Wilderness, that fucking shark, dude.
Dude, it's the greatest scene in the movie. Is that shark laughing?
He just keeps coming at the screen. It's like. If you're them, like, why would you not know to just like you were just overkilling the shit out of it?
Yeah,
he was kind of like, oh, what the fuck?
Because they think it's hilarious. Some more laughing.
Yeah, like,
I'm right there with them.
What the fuck is wrong with this? There was another thing. They're talking about the zebra. Like, they're eating the shit out of them. Yeah. I mean, there's so many different things you can go over with that. But the answer is, that was a weird picture there.
Oh yeah, it's a picture of M&M's and
No, not M&M's.
Oh, you see that?
But whatever.
that's my cat.
Awesome. Went to space, huh? But
She
did this movie warrant what it got?
The 2%?
The 2%, and we ain't talking milk.
What's IMDb say?
5.3.
Oh, that's better than I thought it would be on there.
Yeah, it's about average to people.
It's
I
basically like a cult classic type movie.
think. I don't even know if you could say
Yeah,
that.
because I haven't talked to many people that know what I'm talking about when I say the movie. But like Brandon says, the people that have talked about it, that have seen it, yeah, they think it's funny.
Yeah, it's wild. I don't like Happy Madison movies like
Not
post
usually.
a certain time. So like for this to get like a 2%, like a Bucky Larson did,
Oh,
I was like,
Bucky
we were
Larson's so bad.
in trouble. And here I am like, why is this one not getting like? If you want Happy Madison to get back on track, you can't down a rare good one like this and make it look like every other lump of shit in the mix. Like, God, it's so frustrating. I'm curious as to what Tyler gave this score.
Yeah, I mean, we gonna do it. I
mean, if
I
there's
thought
anything else.
it's a fun comedy. I enjoyed it. I gave it a 7.
Beautiful.
I mean, it's a shit movie, but it's a funny comedy.
Oh, the movie
so-
critically, like speaking as like reviewing, I guess as a critically point of view, it's not a good movie. But like, dude, personally, dude, I'm like a 7.7 on this all day. 7.5, 7.7 in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I think this is a great comedy, so I got to give it a great score. I think people. It's almost like every once in a while, critics, they'll be like, okay, this is supposed to be stupid, and they'll take you by surprise. But then other times you're like, it feels like they just took it way too serious. Like when you're reading the reviews, it's like, are you watching this in the right frame of mind? Because I think it definitely should have. I mean, I'm not saying it should have got like even a positive score because critics are going to roll their eyes at this. But 2%, it should have at
They
least.
knew what they were making when they made the movie.
It should have at least been in like the 30s, I think, like low 30s. I think
Should have been more than that because it's
maybe even
self-aware.
40s. Yeah,
It's a self-aware, stupid comedy. So
Yeah.
they know what they're getting into going to see it.
100%. For me, this is. I mean, it's up there with one of my favorite comedies. Comedies is probably what I rate maybe the lowest of the genres. So I'm gonna I'll go 8.2 actually. I'll give this an 8.2. I love this
can
movie,
dig it.
dude. I really do. I don't understand the hate, man. I don't get it.
I don't either.
I hope our random on the fly review turned out all right. I thought it was all right. Maybe it wasn't as like straight down the line. Like, okay, let's backtrack.
Are we
to this and
reviewing
this and that.
Insomnia next?
No, but that's there.
It's a great movie.
I'd love to review that one day.
Oh, never mind. I don't know if it's good or not.
Me neither. I can't reveal that.
All right, Tyler.
Yeah. All right. Follow us on Instagram and Spotify, the official Box Office Banner. Follow us on YouTube at Box Office Banner. On Facebook, join our page, Box Office Banner Movies, and our big business page, Box Office Banter.
Oh yeah.
There, and that's it.
Yeah, where you at, Rodney?
Just-
Jesus
I
Christ.
know, dude.